Hello, today is June 23rd and I'm doing an update on the Cyprichromis tank as well as what I'm calling the marine or saltwater tank that was the brine shrimp culturing tank. But first of all, here's the Cyprichromis tank, and as you can see the fry are doing well. There's actually 9 of them that are large and they're about 1 3/4 inch long now, and like here's one example here, and then there's before she leaves, look at that female, how big her mouth is. There's some more fry there, but that big female is, I think she has like 20 or something fry in her mouth. So, and the other 2 females, by the way, are also holding. So, there she is again. But anyways, there's a small fry as well. There's 2 of them like that are they seem to be darker, and I'm still thinking that they might be males because they're darker. I'm not sure why they're smaller, but that's my thought. Um, because the 9 larger ones that are doing quite well are much lighter and typically of the female Cyprichromis. So we'll see how they're doing, but it's really exciting to see them go. I haven't lost one yet. I think I personally think it's largely because of feeding them the live or baby brine shrimp every day or two. They seem to love it, and I just keep on making it. So it's kind of exciting to see them progress. Um, there's the other male down here all the time, and then there's the other male. Where's he hiding? There he is, over at the end. And also on the plants, they're doing pretty well. But I do have one over here that on the sword plant of some sort. There's the flower on that, which doesn't happen that often, but it does happen. And there's flowers on the Anubias as well, but they're doing okay. And there's the other 2 females, by the way. You saw them in the picture there holding, but they're not holding nearly as many babies as the large female. So this next batch, which will happen in a week or two, they'll be letting go of them, is what could be 30, I'm guessing. We'll see what happens, but because I've counted at least 20 some eggs or fry in the large female's mouth, and the other ones I didn't see, but I'm assuming there's at least a couple. So there's going to be hopefully between 20 and 30, which will be a really big success there. And if that continues, then I'm going to have to, in a few months, tear down the tank and pull some of the babies out, or the larger ones, I guess, and sell them and go on. But I've heard that the best you should have in a tank this size of 125 gallons, about 40 or so sips in there to make a school of fish. So we'll see how it goes, how crowded it gets, and what I'm worried about the most is whether the males will compete with each other, because this dominant male over here is pretty dominant. He pretty much likes to rule the roost, and we'll see how that goes. Anyways, onto the saltwater tank. Here's what I was calling the brine shrimp tank before. I basically came to the conclusion, at least with the water parameters I had as they were, or whatever the reason being, I have not been able to raise the brine shrimp ever since I added that live rock. So, and I'm thinking that I want to at least explore this idea of doing a mini or nano reef tank. So that's what I think I'm going to turn this tank into. I'm probably going to have what they call invertebrates, which would be like snails and shrimp and stuff. But the water parameters are still a little bit too bad for that, because the things like the nitrites have to be 0, which is I just pulled the sponge filters out a couple days ago, and that really spiked the nitrites up again. So it has to redo the cycle, nitrogen cycle, it looks like. But I put the hang-on filter in the back, and I put one of those power heads down there. You need a lot of flow in these tanks to keep the algae from growing. and I got these those are what they call mangrove plants, or actually they're small mangrove trees, and those help pull the nitrates out of the system. I also got something called Chaeto back here, which helps pull the nitrates out of the system as well. And I just got that yesterday, and those mangroves just a few day, 2 day or 3 days before that. And then these little palithoas, they call them. They're a type of coral. That there's a few of those on there, as well as some what they call hair algae, which I'm hopefully going to get rid of as the cycle continues to get better. But anyways, that's what's going on there. I'm sorry to say the brine shrimp culturing, at least in this tank, did not work. I know I can do it again if I wanted to basically take the tank and empty it and just do water changes. That seems to be what they prefer the best. They don't like a lot of water movement and so on and so forth. So, anyways, if you have any questions, give me a message, and we'll go from there. Have a blessed day. Bye bye.